Firefighting in Canada this week is brought to you by VFIS of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated, Canada's largest insurer of firefighters. This week, St. John Firefighters in New Brunswick are speaking out against recently recommended budget cuts to the fire service. Then, a Natural Resources Canada scientist found that forest fire suppression measures could actually increase risks around communities. And the first Firefighting in Canada virtual summit goes live Friday, June 26th. New Brunswick's St. John Firefighters issued an open letter on June 4th opposing a recent Ernst & Young report commissioned by the provincial Conservative government that recommended cuts to the service. The recommendation cited cuts of up to 40 firefighters, 2 fire engines, 2 tanker trucks, and to close a community fire station. A post to the St. John Firefighters Facebook page said on Tuesday Council was then presented with a $1.875 million reduction to the department's budget. They noted this was an increase from the previously announced $1.36 million cut, urging members to consider the ramifications if enacted. In their open letter, the firefighters wrote they understand the purpose was cutting costs, but said no fire professionals were consulted. They said a fire service review would be necessary to provide a deep analysis of risks to public safety that would result from significant cuts. The letter urges the government to consider their response when making budget decisions, stating public safety and security would be put at risk if they were to follow through with the proposed reductions. Marc-André is an Edmonton-based forest fire scientist from Natural Resources Canada. He said a recent study found that fire suppression measures in recent decades have actually increased the danger associated with fires in some northern communities. In an interview with the Ottawa Citizen, Parisian said that the main goal in suppressing fires has always been to protect human life and infrastructure, and many governments have focused their suppression efforts on forests near these communities. This meant surrounding forests have become older because they have not burned for decades. This, he said, creates 2 problems. Older trees provide more fuel than younger ones when a fire occurs. This is then compounded by the fact that the lack of burning creates buildup of dead organic material on the ground, which primes the forest to burn more easily near these communities. While the study notes the results are not applicable everywhere, it points to a trend indicating communities near boreal forests have an increased vulnerability to wildfires. Our first ever Firefighting in Canada virtual summit will go live Friday, June 26th. The event will kick off with a live session with Fire Chiefs Tom DeSourcy, Judy Unsworth, Chris Harrow, and Michael Seth, talking about forging ahead with intention, including managing recruitment and retention and their impacts on response. Then, Mark Vanderfeist will present a session on new back-to-basics of training. And Braden Osborne will share details of a unique mental health initiative achieved by the Dashwood Volunteer Fire Department. On-demand demos will also highlight the new and noteworthy in products and services. This event is free and registration is now open. Visit firefightingincanada.com's virtual summit tab to sign up. Thanks again to VFIS of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated, Canada's largest insurer of firefighters. Stay tuned for our next episode on Friday, June 19th.